Hi guys. This lighting is kind of bright today. I'm sorry. Maybe a little better. I'm gonna be honest. My camera's not recording right, but whatever. Sorry. When William comes back in, there, just shut off all the lights. Whatever, it helps. When William comes back in, he will get it figured out. Okay, so I've been on the Starbucks kick. Because when we were in Vegas, hold on. That will help too. My goodness. When we were in Vegas, we got these refreshers. And I got something strawberry with coconut milk. And William got a strawberry lemonade, which I didn't realize that's what he got, but this is good. I don't know that I like it more than the pink drink, but whatever. So I shared with you guys yesterday that, last week I had a stroke, and I just kind of wanted to touch on some of that because, it's hard for me to realize that it's only been a week. I feel like it's been forever. Like my timing feels like way off. William was talking to me about how I talked about being at the eye doctor after they told me I had a stroke, and I felt like it took forever for them to get me out of there after they told me that. But when I think about it, that's how everything is felt. So everything feels like it's been forever. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen anybody. It feels like it's been forever since I've been to work. It feels like it takes forever to get everything done. It's just hard. Like, it's very hard. It's hard to remember things. It's hard to process some things. It's just difficult. It's not been the easiest of times. I don't record this so much to boast about it. I don't want any attention in that kind of light, but I do want positive thoughts and prayers. But I also want to share, at 43, I never thought this would be my life. I never thought that there would be this side of my brain that's just like, what did you just say? I feel like it takes forever to process everything. Like, I know that I can think about things, but to have any kind of emotion, to have anything processed, to, like, I talked to the insurance people earlier, and I was just like, are they ever going to tell me what I need to know? Like, just tell me what I want to know. Hey, that's all I want to know. I felt like, in the hospital. So I think I kind of went through the MRIs with you, some of the tests with you yesterday. But it seems like for something that should be so imperative, like, they say when you have a stroke, you have, like, there's this acronym FAST, and I can't even tell you what that is. But everything's based on a quick timeline. I get things done now. The sooner, the better. Woo-wee. And for that being said, I didn't feel like they were doing much quick. I don't feel like my blood pressure is going down quick enough. I don't feel like we're having follow-up visits quick enough. And I know that that's me and my worry, my fear, wanting to get things done quickly. And I know that it might be a little bit irrational. I'm a pretty patient person most of the time. But when you tell me that my health is in jeopardy, don't make me wait a day for a test. Things like that. I've been to our hospital multiple times because, I've told and shared with you guys before that I'm asthmatic. And this hospital is generally like 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I love them. I love the way that they care for their patients. I love that they don't wake you up 500 times during the middle of the night. I love that, they try to let everybody come in at 4 o'clock when they're doing labs. Like, they've always been really near and dear to me. And I don't know that I can say that this time, and I don't understand a lot of things, okay? So if you tell me I had a stroke, you tell me you thought it was a mini stroke, and then you tell me, no, it was a real massive stroke. Well, what I've learned is that I've had times where I've had my vision kind of mess up before. And that should have been an indication to me to worry, I guess, but I didn't because it just went away. My blood pressure had been increasing the last few doctor's visits. Wasn't a worry to me really because I was like, I've got a lot going on. I really, really did have a lot going on. And, but there's a few things that mini stroke just doesn't cause or create the permanent damage like a full stroke could. So this damage that I have with my vision could be permanent. We don't know. Time will tell. I can see what's directly in front of me. I am seeing a little bit of peripheral now and then, which is good. That's improvement. I don't know if it's ever going to be enough for me to be able to drive again, but you know what? Driving's not I think living life's better than driving, so whatever. And, you guys, when I say that, they told me I had a full-blown stroke, and I think that was the night that I went in, maybe the next day. But several points throughout my stay, I'm like, what are these guys doing? Like, my blood pressure's high, right? And according to everybody, that it should be high because it's trying to protect your bearing from other damage. And I don't even know, but at one point, a lot, they had my blood pressure cuff on my bed. So my blood pressure cuff would be going off and not even on my arm. And I'd have to call the nurse and be like, hey, did you need that reading? Oh, yeah, we'll be in to get it. So, like, eternity. And they finally would come get it. They didn't care that I was sitting up straight in my bed with my legs crossed or feet crossed or anything. They were just going to take the blood pressure, write it down, and be like, that's high. I just didn't feel like I was cared for. I talked about how I didn't get my insulin accurately, and I still don't understand that. Whatever. One day I had an issue where I ate breakfast. I think it was the first day. I ate breakfast, and then I went down and did a lot of some tests. And then I came back and I was asleep, and my mom had told them, hey, just hold her tray, and when she wakes up, we'll get it. My tray disappeared. So I didn't have any food since breakfast. And then when I asked for a sandwich or for a snack pack, they're like, I don't know if we have any. I'm like, well, can I have some food? Like any kind of food? Well, we're looking, and I'm just hungry, I'm just hungry. Let me eat. And it took them a little bit. And what's funny with that is that after they finally found it, they give you so much shit in there. Like, I got a sandwich, I got animal crackers, and I got applesauce, And I got, I don't know, it was just crap loaded. And I'm not a bread person. Unless you take me to Texas Roadhouse, and then I'm definitely a bread person. And so a couple hours later, I called to see if I could get another one because, again, I didn't have lunch, didn't have dinner. So I had eggs. I took a picture and sent to William. He's like, that looks like a good breakfast. I'm like, really? The eggs looked like, I don't know, throw up on a plate, and the toast was just sad, but whatever. So when I asked for a second snack pack a couple hours later, they just made a huge deal out of it. Like, why do I need it? Well, shit, I ate crap. But whatever. So I finally got the second one. But, like, the service, like, the care just wasn't there. They had their IV in my arm, and oh yeah, that's what it was. They had their IV in my arm, and I'm like, she came to push something through before they started something. I said, ow. And she said, does that hurt? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'll slow down. Well, then the fluid was like leaking out onto my bed. So I called the nurse. I'm like, my bed's wet from my IV. And she's like, oh, I was just in there, it'll be okay. And I'm like, okay. And then I think I had Micah visiting me, and it happened again. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember if it was Micah or Mom. Somebody was there, and I'm like, ow. So they finally changed it, but again, why should I have to tell you ow the first time, then call you and tell you it's leaking, and you don't even come check it? You just like, it's okay. It's just irritating to go from having care, and maybe it's because pre-COVID they had staff that wasn't exhausted, and they had staff that hadn't been abused by hours or whatever. And I get that, and I get that also impatient now. I get that too. But and I hope that anybody that's feeling exhausted can begin to hold on, I'm sorry. Got your car washed, but I didn't get my package. Oh, okay. My car's washed. But anyways, and I get it. I wish that these hospitals could offer, breaks for these nurses that have been worked so hard the last few years, because maybe some of that personal care would come back. I don't know, and I know they don't understand how I feel, because you tell me I had a stroke, and my mind goes to the worst. Like, I feel like, oh my God, let's fix it now, and I want to fix now, and I know in reality there's nothing that I can do to fix it right now. There's just not. And I get that. I just didn't feel like the care and the treatment was the greatest. Especially when you have somebody that's been through trauma like that, and they might need just a little bit of support, a little bit of patience, or I'm not asking for special attention, just be more, when you're there, be completely there. So I think that, the way that I survived, the way that I'm surviving the stroke is by learning grace, by my by using patience as I can. I'm learning, I guess. I'm not as quick to speak as I was. My words kind of stumble sometimes, and that's okay. I'm trying, and I think I'm doing pretty damn good. There's some things that I wish never happened, but you know what? It did. Things have happened, so here it is. I cannot tell you how hard it is to be in my head. Especially like right now. It's really hard. Like when they say that you have 1,000 tabs open, when I've heard that before, I thought that was me. But now it's really weird because I feel like I have 1,000 tabs open, but all of them have like no labels on them, so I don't know what they are, if that makes sense. Telemarketer. Yay. So I'm doing well, I'm surviving well, I'm thriving well. Each day gets a little bit better mentally, emotionally. And I don't know if I touched on this yesterday, but I went to the doctor yesterday, my primary care doctor, and I'll be seeing, I guess we're going to become besties because, like, I see him again in 3 weeks. But I'll see an optomologist, I think, something like that. Not a regular optometrist. I have to go to an eye specialist. And then I'll see a cardio, which they said something about putting a loop in, like something that monitors my heartbeat for a period of time. And I was reading, and what I found out is that your heart can be fine. Because, like, my heart, guys, I've had my heart checked in 2019. It was great. This year, like, they've done all the heart workup, and it's been great as far as arteries and all the things. But what this loop does is it allows them to put this thing in to, like, check my heartbeat to see if I have any, maybe Afib or something. I don't know. Where it has irregular heartbeats. Because what can happen is, even if your heart's good, but if you have an Afib, like where your heart beats irregularly, I guess you can get a blood clot captured in your heart. Then when you have this irregular heartbeat, it can burst out this clot of blood that goes straight to your brain and can create strokes. So if you can get this tested with this loop or whatever it's called, then what will happen is it'll help them be able to, I don't know what we're going to do. If you find out my heart's beating irregularly, I don't know what we do from that. But they suggest I do this, get this loop, which I'm all for finding out, and I think it would be interesting to see. And I've told my family, like my mom or William, I'll be like, sometimes my heart just flutters, like, and I feel it, but I never knew what it was because, again, my heart is healthy. I've gained some pounds over the last 2 years or so, but my heart is still healthy, y'all. It's still good. It's still kicking. So that's something that we're probably going to be doing. And then hopefully doing some, like I said, rehab therapy, physical therapy. And the purpose of that is to help with my motor skills. It's not just walking or things. It actually helps with your motor skills and your ability to process, and helps me learn to function, to use my eyes better, and just helps with all the things. So my life's fixing to get busy, I feel like. And then, of course, I get to start going back to work slowly. So, I'm ready for all the things. Uh, it's been different, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This has been the weirdest, hardest process of my life. Um, I was talking to my aunt at one point yesterday or something, and I told her, I was like, I wish that I could talk to my dad, because my dad had medical problems for as long as I could remember. Good lordy. And the more that I experience in life, the more I want to talk to him and be like, you know, how did you process this? Or, what did you do about this? Or, sorry, guys. What did you do about this? And just see how he processed it. I am, and not probably, I'm very glad I didn't understand my dad's fear and the worry that he was going through when he had to go through this stuff, because probably some of the scariest shit ever, But more than once I've thought, shit, I wish I could just have a conversation with my dad. Because he would know what I'm talking about, like he would. He would be the one that can understand right now. It's just hard, My friends, message me every day. They're like, how you doing? And I'm like, I know that they want to hear that it's all better. And I just can't do that yet. I can't tell them that I'm all better, because I'm not. Emotionally, mentally, I'm getting there. I'm better today than I was. Can I see any more today than I could yesterday? It's the same. But it's like my doctor said yesterday, everything takes time and it takes patience. So I just gotta give myself grace. I've got to give myself grace, and I've got to be proud of every day waking up and surviving a stroke, and knowing that I'm blessed to have the tools, because I don't know that, my dad had half the options that I have, in the health field years and years ago. I was 16 when that first started with my dad, I believe, maybe younger. Where your dad could die at any time. I believe we first got that call when I was 15 or 16. I don't remember. But, and we just processed it all through life. And I think that, I'm very blessed to be where I am today. Scatterbrained, confused as it is, I'm blessed to be where I am today. I'm blessed to have family that cares, and people that support me and that want to be here for me. And the strawberry drink is woo! I told William I was going to try the pink lemon or the strawberry watermelon or lemonade. He's like, don't, that's what I had. And it wasn't that great. I feel you. That's disgusting according. Like, my pink drink is amazing. But I truly am blessed, you guys. I'm living day by day, doing everything that I need to do. Um, and I don't know if I've even said that, but they did this big lab panel the day before I left. And I don't know if there's a specific name for this test or what, but they did this big lab panel, and he's like, now it can take up to 3 weeks to get this back. Well, my doctor had gotten one back as of yesterday, and it shows a clotting disorder. Okay. Well, he can't treat it yet because we still have other components of this lab work that haven't came back. And if everything comes back good, then what we do is we just treat this blood clot disorder so that I don't have any further, blood clot issues. So that would mean blood thinners. But if something else comes back from all these tests, then what would happen is my medical team would then, decide how we're going to go further and treat me and what I need as a patient and as a person. So they would all work together to get that done. And I am on board to do anything because I kind of love life and enjoy it a lot. And I've already booked our next trip to Vegas, I love life. I love doing what we do and, just enjoying life. So, yeah. So that's how I'm surviving. That's how I'm surviving right now. Giving myself grace, resting, and absorbing all my friendships and the love that I get from everybody, depending on my people, it's just a lot, and that's how I'm thriving and surviving. So, as long as you have air to breathe and lungs that will breathe, take it in, and a heart that beats, make the best of it. That's what we can do. So that's just it for today. I know that you guys may get very, very bored with all this, and I'm sorry if you do. But if you have anybody that's suffering with the same, that's recently had a stroke or going through any medical issues, if you need to share this page with them, let them know that I'm here and I care. I'll be a support to them and they can be a support to me. If you are just curious of what's going on, check back. Push the bell for notifications because I can't say that I'll post every day, but I'm going to be posting more. And I'm actually still going to do some of the videos that I wanted to do. I'm just not there yet. Not there yet. So, for now, I'll just say thank you guys for watching. And just thank you guys so much. And I do love doing what I do. I do love talking, and I love sharing my life with you guys and showing you the good, bad, and the ugly, like the days that I don't have makeup on or don't want to do my hair. It's just what it is. So that's it. Thank you guys so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell because there will be more videos coming out. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.